قال الله Wadla Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Kwakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach us well. Peace and salutations to the brothers and the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. And Brother Monat is actually with another short video. We have an article here that has been basically the article reporting on obviously the news going on in our region, right? And recently, I believe it's over the weekend, America, issued warnings to flights and pilots and so on and so forth, and some if not most, of the airlines totally canceled flights to Venezuela, right? And this is Venezuela's basic response to it, you know. It says Venezuela issues ultimatum to commercial airlines. It says days after multiple airlines canceled scheduled commercial services to Venezuela, the country's Instituto Nacional de Aeronáutica Civil Venezuela, INAC, is issuing an ultimatum to airlines resume service within 48 hours or risk having their traffic rights suspended. So it's either all they start to run back the flights, or we go tell all they when to come back. Don't come back, I go get sticky. You know what I mean? It could probably be legal action taken, you know what I mean? They could be, I don't know what they could do, the pilots, the land in the car. I don't know how it does work, but this is what they're saying. It's either within 2 days all you allow flights to come in and depart, or there's problems. You understand? On Friday, the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, issued a notice to Airmen NOTAM advising pilots to exercise caution while operating in the Maiquetía Flight Information Region, SVZ, FIR. Okay. The NOTAM specifically warns pilots to exercise caution at all altitudes, including during overflight and arrival and departure phases of flight. The advisory says this is due to the worsening security situation and heightened military activity in or around Venezuela. Now, we know it's the US causing the duress in that region. You know what I mean? They are the real security threat, because they's the one, striking boats and so on and so forth, and talking about they go strike land and so on and so forth, right? But, all right. It says since that NOTAM was issued, major airlines such as Iberia, Turkish Airlines, and Avianca have stopped service to the country, citing the FAA advisory. Venezuelan carriers continue to operate. Local carrier Caribbean Airlines temporarily paused service to Venezuela on September 4th, calling it a proactive commercial decision to reduce any risk to the safety and well-being of its passengers and crew. In a statement to Guardian Media, Caribbean Airlines said it is actively monitoring the situation in Caracas and concluding ongoing risk assessments in accordance with its established operating procedures. The airline continues to work closely with local and international regulatory authorities to evaluate conditions and will resume operations as soon as it is practical to do so. So basically, Caribbean Airlines and all hold up, right? Meanwhile, the International Air Transport Association, IATA, is calling on authorities and stakeholders to better cooperate and provide clarity to airlines. In a media release, IATA, a trade organization that represents 350 plus airlines, said its member airlines are committed to resuming service to and from Venezuela once conditions allow. However, it warned that Venezuela's decision to mandate airlines resume service within 48 hours or lose traffic rights will further reduce much needed connectivity to the country. So basically what they're saying, because Venezuela is to the mandate saying by all better resume within 48 hours, you know what I mean, people go start to, all they can make we do nothing. You know, this kind of people will be like, bro, relax, you know what I mean, pipe down, so to speak. But hey, all this is just a side effect of war. All this is just a side effect of it. You understand? These things could and will cause shortages to the country. You know what I mean? If other Caribbean airlines and cargo planes or whatever the case may be not going to your country, hey, what you want to get from them other countries? If they whatever they produce, they can't really send out because transport not coming to deliver it. And whenever they import, transport not bringing it. So they paying they hold in Venezuela and somewhere else come like they put a tariff on Venezuela there, or a sanction, you know. Go to some precepts, you know. The first that came to mind, so I did pull it up beforehand. Second is verse 16 and verse 21. It says, Behold, victuals shall be so good sheep upon earth, that they may think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And that way it is. You know what I mean? That what the IATA was telling, you know what I mean, stakeholders to do. We want clarity for the airlines on them because there is confusion going on. What to do? Either we go, we do go. You know what I mean? You all are the stakeholders, you all are the ones in charge, so let us know what to do. You know? But people going about their lives because they could still go about their lives on a day-to-day basis, doing as they please. You know what I mean? They think everything is going to be nice, not going to have no war. It's not going to have no war. Are you ludicrous? You know what I mean? Is Esau we talking about a man of great pride? You know, a man of great pride. Alright, I'm gonna get an next precept here. But you know what I just say. Um don't know if I go count here. Ah, lovely. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It says, Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Right? Yeah, because they realize, hey, I could live my life this way and nothing never happened. So they go say, since I small, I celebrating Christmas. Since I small, I eating pork, I'm marking my hairline. Since I small, I sleeping with people's wife and so on and so forth. And nothing never happened. You know? That don't mean your judgment will not come. So that is why it's you know what I mean, people think themselves to be in good case, you know, but evils grow on the earth. While they think they're in good case because a lot of people don't care about what's going on outside the country. They just watching what's going on in the country. Even the ones who voted to put the current prime minister in office or the current government in office rather. You understand? They just focus on that. They not watching the bigger picture, if you will. They not watching what coming down the pipeline next because to them, God is a training. To them, we quote unquote untouchable. I don't see how they figure that, but sorrow will be the portion. Understand? There is no if, no but, no maybe. No if, no but, no maybe. Alright? And that is just because was sentence against an evil work was not executed speedily. You know, the heart set in the ways, it's setting them to do wickedness. Because why? That no punishment. They didn't get punished one time. In a long time when you do something, your mother cut your ass one time and as you get older, she gave you warning until like it pile up and that is what the Lord doing. You get warning after warning. The prophets had so much years on the face of the earth. You know what I mean? We still warning you all through videos, through being on the highways, the byways, hedges, so on and so forth. Still giving out that warning. But soon that warning, hey, soon it's time for that warning to lock off. You know? Soon. Yeah, I'm gonna go back in second. I should have a piece of power. Let's see if I get it. Alright, second is just 9 and 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they have loaded my law while they had yet liberty. That is it. Because they had liberty to to exercise evil without judgment. And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, here because you get any chance to say, Father, I forgive my babakusha, 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 and try every day to sin no more, sin not, you know. Understood not, but despised it. They didn't understand that, hey, this window closing, the window of repentance closing. They despise the prophets and the message they come to give. Right? The same must know it after that by pain. Not will, not perhaps, not maybe, but must know it after that by pain. So it's a painful that, you understand? It's a painful thing awaiting them, a painful judgment. You know, because a lot of people go see the article and read and be like, nobody want to go to Venezuela. Yeah, but Venezuela does, hey, if we do get gas from Venezuela, who we gonna get from? It will be more expensive to get from anywhere else though. You know, we had to pay more to import it from anywhere else though. So, and you know, down here, or in any country that I went, oil goes up, everything else goes up. And they done already talking about the value in we dollar from next year. So, what a time it is, you know. So yeah, that was just my overview or my view on the article. Because the article talking about basically, Venezuela giving them an ultimatum. Either they start back flights or, or they wouldn't be allowed when if only decide to start back, more or less, right? But there's so much more to it than just that, right? There's so much more things that could happen if, people not allowed to look at things like medicine and so on and so forth. People who healing can get certain things, like, all right, for example, insulin, right? For diabetics and all these things. You know what I mean? All these medications, these life-threatening, if you do get medication, the so-called lunatics they have, let me say the people in the madhouse, and if they do get a medication that imported from wherever or however it is get, what happen? They gonna go crazy. And you know when you're out of your mind, you just use like 90% of your strength. You know? Just like a baby cannot control the strength. So if I want a baby they sit your hard because they just, doing what they know. They know how to control themselves. Same thing with a lunatic, they do know how to control themselves. You know, so I hope it was edifying, I hope it was eye-opening. I hope it sparked food for thought through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yeshai Hashem Kakodash. Until next time, Shalom.